Hello and welcome to my channel. As the title suggests, I'm going to try to improve upon the materials I got in my ArtSnacks box because honestly I think it just really didn't cut it what I got, so I'm going to mix it up. The reason I'm doing that is because I knew me and I've watched YouTube videos of other people disappointed with the ArtSnacks box and everyone else, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not a fan of how it was. I feel like it could have been better. So I said, why not I just try to make it better? So this is what I originally got, a black Marabu art crayon. Well, yeah, I've told people that I got a black art crayon and red, and they've said, oh, that is a harder one. It definitely was. So I did get this crimson color, and honestly, there wasn't a ton I could have done, but I did have an idea with ArtSnacks puts out a video of someone using the materials, and they gave me an idea that I'll be using. So if you are confused how to maybe get some different colors in yours, it's something you can try. Me, to do for this purpose, this is going out. I will have black in my piece, but it's going to come from the Micron pens, and you'll see that. So instead, I'm placing it with one of my art crayons, and I grabbed a blue one just to give contrast, and then to try to give some randomness to it, I had my boyfriend randomly pick out a color from my box of watercolors. And here it is. Yeah, he was very happy to see this. I think he thought it was a turquoise. It's more of a green. And granted, the quality of the ArtSnacks watercolor is probably 4 times as good as this quality. I got this. Yeah, I need to replace my watercolors. Don't judge me. I can't even find this brand online anymore. It's called My Reeves, Reeves. I'm not sure. I got it at Michael's for like $12 for a box of them, and not the best quality, especially compared to the Daniel Smith, but it's all I have right now. So all I'm doing is replacing my art crayon color and adding another watercolor. So that's all I'm doing. I'm going to still be treating it like an ArtSnacks challenge using the materials, but I sort of tweaked the box. And just a gross thing, my watercolors are old, so it might not match up. You can see this stuff that came out at first. It was not the best, but you know what? It's a challenge. That's what I'm going to be working on, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So I hope you enjoy, and this is my improvement on the ArtSnacks July 2021 box. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I am going to do sort of a similar thing to what I did with the ArtSnacks box. I'm going to be making another clown. But I'm going to be making the clown I originally wanted to make. Oops. Fun problem I've discovered I have issues getting the framing right at first. I have to redo an entire piece because I didn't notice it until the last point. I mean, as a normal piece, yeah, it works. For a profile picture, doesn't quite. So I don't have my brush out. So basically, I am going to be a little bit making more what the clown I wish I would have made. And it seems a little silly to do a clown, but I have a weird fun memory with a clown. Not even a clown. I got my face painted the last day I was in Germany on my first trip when I was 6 years old. And I was in Speyer, Germany. We were right behind the Kaiserdom, so the big cathedral that is in Speyer, and there was a little festival and they had a bunch of things and face painting. And I remember I had this beautiful blue clown face painting done. I wish I had a picture to use as a reference, but it is somewhere at my parents' house, so I'm not going to be able to get it. So I decided that when I thought of the clown the last time, I wanted to pay just like an homage to that memory. I remember climbing into a cherry tree later that day because I didn't want to leave my cousins. Yeah, funny place to hide probably. So I really enjoyed being there and having a face paint done. It was a fun memory. Right by the Kaiserdom, there's also mini golf, another fun memory. Just walking. I remember when I finally got to go into the top dome part, and dome means cathedral, but there's a dome in the English sense of a dome shape on top of the dome being the cathedral in German. It's hard to track when I know I'm using two languages. It's how my brain sort of works being brought up. I'm not perfectly fluent in German. I've had people argue with me telling me I am, but I'm not, in my opinion. I get flummoxed by some of the vocabulary. Sometimes it's just I don't remember the words as much, so I can get thrown off very easily. And then when I'm saying sentences, I can say it, it sounds a little different to someone that's in Germany who's been brought up in Germany. So I've had people tell me, like, you speak well, but where are you from? Something's different. And, ooh boy. Wait, no. You know what? That is fine. We're gonna have a big-eyed clown. I'm not doing realism because I am leaning into cartooning lately, and trying to develop a style that I would like to use potentially with creating a children's picture book. I think I have 5 ideas I'm working on at the moment. I'm not like actively working on all 5 at once, but I might take some time and work on a character just for fun and practice my drawing techniques with it. And why can I not get this to match? Anyway, so I hope to be getting those done. I have a goal of pitching a picture book with illustrations by like May of 2022. It seems really far away, but when you think of all the stuff that goes into creating the characters, fine-tuning the story, think it's easier to work with a novel that is just going to be all this stuff, where a children's picture book is so short that you have a very small amount of time to create, or yeah, I'll go with the word time, a small time frame to create your entire story. So this is what I got in terms of the clown. I know none of my stories have a clown in them. That would be actually sort of funny, sort of cool. I am going with my smallest Micron pen. I'm just going to do the line work. One thing with doing more of cartooning style is that the cartooning style has line work, whereas a realism, which I did a lot of realism when I was in high school, that comes with no line work. So it's one of my worst things, but I'm getting better at it. Anyway, I'm going to not talk for the rest of the line work. And when I get to the point, and then I'm going to start with a lot of my colors, filling that in. When I get to the fun tip that I found in the ArtSnacks video, I will talk for that part. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to use it a little earlier than I originally planned. So the tip from the ArtSnacks video was taking the Micron pens, putting them in a palette. So I'm just going to get a whole bunch. I'm using my biggest one, the 12, just to try to get a lot of it in there. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of water, and now I have an ink that I can use. I'm going to actually put a little bit of the turquoise color into it to make it more blacky turquoise. Oh, green. Black green. And now I got too much. So I'm actually going to go in. Oh, that's my 8. Going to go up on the sides where it's not going to contaminate it with green, because I don't necessarily want a black green, and I just wanted just a tint of it. So that's something where you can easily add a little bit of shadows then afterwards, and that's what I'm going to be doing in a lot of the piece. Is I'm going to be going in and adding my shadows by putting this watered down Micron pen over a couple areas once everything is dry. So here is what it looks like. I haven't tried this yet, so I'm crossing my fingers. Ooh. Yes. I could just do a plain black pupil, but I think this would actually be very nice and stand out against a light blue eye end. Honestly, another thing I like about filming is the fact that I'm not the best person under pressure. So by filming, I'm putting myself under pressure to try to improve myself. And there. So in a way, now instead of just having 2 watercolors and an art crayon, I can also add the black so I can get some different colors now, which is really awesome. I really love it because it's going to be something that I'm going to be able to use in the future. I'm probably going to use it if I ever need just this hint and I want it to be slightly different. So I really like the tip. I would have probably never thought of it, to be honest. And look, I'm talking and I'm not getting smooth areas. Oh, it works. There we go. So there we are, the pupils. And they might not be like the easiest thing to mix. I'm not going to say like, oh, go in and like really try to make a bunch of different stuff with it. I'm not going to use that much of it. I think for the purpose that I use it, worked really well. So there's another tip to try to get more out of those Micron pens. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop talking and go to the rest of it. All right, now it's time for the best part, taking off the tape. Honestly, I feel like this went so much better, partly because I think I had more of a plan ready to go to make it a little bit more awesome, but then also the little tip of using the Micron pens with water, I never would have thought of that. I think the concept of adding water to stuff is a little bit new for me, especially when I've just started getting subscription boxes, because I realize how much more you can do with art supplies. Look at this spiral. So I just realized how much more you can do with art supplies besides just the traditional. So I'm still trying to transition my brain into thinking more out of the box. That's why I've been wanting to do more mixed media. I do absolutely love how this turned out. Not just, I did the framing a little bit better, which that's a me thing. But also just having a little bit more color variety helped. Oops. There is a tear in the corner. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, no. It's the first tear I've gotten with this paper. I don't know if you can see it. But here it is. I'm going to do my signing of it. And I'll probably date it after I stop recording. So here it is. This is, oh, the star is not entirely dry. I sort of bumped it up with a little more color. But this is my redo of the ArtSnacks July 2021 box with, basically, I switched out the art crayon so I didn't have two black things, and I added a tube of paint. I probably could have done this just with the red and the blue art crayon, but I think it really added just a little bit something to have that green. And just a comparison, yes, I did two clowns. Just a comparison of this was with just the ArtSnacks, and this is me re-updating the ArtSnacks, and there's just so much more color variety that I think I love. Like, this was a cute concept. I did a better framing and design, but I felt so limited with this one. I basically had a red, and granted I didn't have to do a clown, but it was nice to just be able to do something a little bit more. So I absolutely loved using that paint again, experimenting with the Micron pens in that different way. I mean, it was the Micron pen watered down that I got the shadow on the gloves, the shadow from the wig, and I actually, so in this darker part in the nose was actually just the red and the blue crayon. I need to stop saying the word actually. So yeah, I think having another color would have really bumped up the ArtSnacks box for me personally, especially because I got a black crayon, then the Micron crayons, not Micron crayons, Micron pens that you could use as a black. That was just too much black. I needed another color. So me updating my ArtSnacks July 2021 box, I think was a success. I really love this clown. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.